We know it should be a lot easier than it seems to be, but the question still endures. How do we set goals and achieve those goals? Hey, it's Scott Beebe with Business on Purpose. Make sure to take 5 to 7 minutes and go to mybusinessonpurpose.com/healthy, and you can take a metric evaluation of the health of your business. Very, very crucial and important time to be able to do that. A dear friend of mine recently sent me a book simply titled Success, the Glenn Bland Method, How to Set Goals and Make Plans That Actually Work. The book was written in the 1970s and quite frankly carried an implied genre that I frankly don't spend a lot of time reading, but should probably spend a little bit more time in. On page 42, I was stopped when Glenn Bland wrote this about goal setting. He said only 3% of all people have goals and plans and write them down. 3%. 10% have goals and plans but keep them in their heads. The rest, 87%, simply drift through life without definite goals or plans. Glenn Bland follows that shock statistic with this: the 3% who have goals and plans that are written down accomplish around 50 to 100 times more during their lives than the 10% who have goals and plans and merely keep them in their heads. Notice that's not 50 to 100 times more than the 87%. It's 50 to 100 times more than the 10%. Brian Moran wrote a great book some years ago called The 12-Week Year. It's a must-read, and it's a must-implement. Here's the gist of the book. Renew and update your goals every 12 weeks instead of every 12 months, but only choose 3 goals. Only 3. Any more than 3, and you're at risk of not accomplishing anything. Too many goals is similar to having no goals at all. And then within each goal, write out as many tactics you will need to accomplish the specific goal. That's right, it's pretty straightforward. Moran gives us a simple framework to follow and one that has worked well, albeit adapted to a variety of contexts in its most basic form. Many of our clients have seen success and have positioned themselves as one of the 3%ers, and thus accomplishing more value-added things in their lifetime than they could have imagined to this point, both at work and, more importantly, at home. That's a big takeaway, by the way. Don't just make goals for work. Prioritize goals for your personal life as well, and follow up on those goals with the same rigor. And so the question is, how have our clients set those goals and how have they achieved them? Well, there's 3 things I want to set out. The first thing that we've got to be aware of, number 1, obviously, is to set the 3 goals. And many of us don't even get to that point. Each goal can be intentionally broad and should be a direct solution to a challenge you see right now or that next mountain that you want to climb. Don't overthink your goals. And at this stage, they don't even need to be smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Just create a title for a goal like better culture and employee engagement. That'd be a great goal. It can be pretty generic in general like that. The second part is where you get a lot more specific. So take one of those goals, take that goal, better culture and employee engagement, and you create as many steps as needed that it will take for you to look up in 12 weeks and say, hey, because we accomplished all these little steps, we can confidently know that we have a better culture and employee engagement, or whatever that general goal was. So if that was your general goal, these might be some good tactics. Take 30 minutes to write out a description of our existing culture, set meetings with each direct report to ask them their feedback on our existing culture. A third tactic might be write out a vision for our culture, create a list of important culture and engagement elements, share that list with the team during a team meeting, and then add a line item in our team meeting to review that list every week. And so you have your general goal, build a great culture, build great team engagement, and then you've got all these individual tactics that once you collectively add all those tactics together, lo and behold, you've achieved your goal. If you do not map out the details of your goal, those tactics, then you'll rarely achieve them. The final element in goal setting, and this is really the missing element for most goal setting, is repetition. Having one place, usually the weekly team meeting, where the entire team can hold themselves accountable to the goals and the tactics. Goal setting workshops are notorious for writing things down and then never circling back to implement, to review, or hold to account those goals. If you start this exercise with your team 4 times a year, then you can watch your culture grow into a collection of 3%ers. Remember, if you don't write it down, you don't own it. And if you don't write it down, you can't understand it. And if you don't write it down, it doesn't exist. The first place you can go start to write some things down is our healthy assessment. 5 to 7 minutes will give you a great numeric metric for the health of your business, and that will tell you maybe that's your next goal, is to work on the overall health of your business.